Let's dig into these cattle here, and we're gonna go lot by lot and just give us your thoughts. Tell us a little bit about the cattle, whatever you think the people need to know. You start off the sale lot one with a pedigree that's as hot as anything out there right now. Full sib to greater good embryo that come from RJ. Tell us about lot one.
So I'm probably as big of a fan of this cow as probably more than RJ if I had to guess. And horn, a little bit of sentimental value. This cow would have raised Mickey Mouse that ended up being Campbell's Reserve crossbred at Fort Worth. But Hudson got to show that calf and they were really good friends. And so I have been participating in trying to buy cattle out of this cow and or embryos out of this cow every chance I've had. It's pretty cool to see what she did there and see how she has had a lot of success over the past 3 or 4 years for Horn and RJ. It says there, I forgot about Greater Good. That was the most incredible animal I saw on my trip that year. That bull was incredible, but it says there, Floyd's calf at Fort Worth wasn't perfect, but absolutely gangster show steer at Fort Worth. Elizabeth's reserve at Austin last year wasn't perfect. Awesome slick sheer show steer. Didn't act the right way. Maybe could come out a different outcome if he would have. Campbell's, we talked about Mickey Mouse, reserve crossbred. And then obviously as of recent, the reserve granted Iowa State Fair. And I remember that calf at RJ's. And this calf, lot one, reminds me a lot of that animal that calf was really good at. His look, his balance, his eye appeal is absolutely incredible. His hair coat and color, being raised in Texas, besides his rub mark in his lower quarter and twist, that calf to me just looks like a extremely good class 9 or 10 at Fort Worth. If you want to show him in the hair, he could go to OIE and be very successful. I feel like slicked off his slick sheer balance, chest to flank, lower quarter ties in, his look, his top line balance, and then he has one absolutely incredible, big, awesome back leg. It works the right way. He is square. He is genuine. Calf has not been treated any differently because I think he's good. He's been in the pen with the other ones, eating like the other ones. And what I mean by that, I can't separate one calf out of 80 to feed them a certain way to make them look good for sale. And so I feel like when this calf gets home and you do get to do that, you could probably bulk him up a little bit if you wanted to bloom him up right behind his shoulder. I'm just trying to keep the wheels on 80 head before they sell. So I think the calf is backed by an incredible cow. He has incredible brothers that have shown, and this calf himself has done nothing but get better since the day he was born. And I can say that because he was born here.
Isn't that 62-61? Is that a sib to Avon steer that won Fort Worth? I think so, right?
David steer that won Fort Worth, and he looked like standing. I mean, he looked like this calf in terms of neck set, back leg, body, and balance.
Funny little. I mean, I wasn't there that year, but this year when I was in Fort Worth, I think the night before the show, we went upstairs above the arena. Have you ever eaten at that restaurant up there? I forget what it's called. You know what I'm talking about? Did you even know there was a restaurant up there? So above the arena where they show, there's a restaurant that Clint took us up there. And I don't remember the name of it, but you could look down and they had like the college rodeo going on. But there was a bunch of pictures of past Fort Worth champs up there in this restaurant from the sale. And that calf was like right when you walked in, there was a big picture of him from the sale, that smoke. And normally in those pictures from the sale, right, them cattle don't look near as good as they do in their backdrop picture, but that one did. You know what I mean? Like the day after being drug around that facility on the pavement everywhere, no fluff, no puff, he looked like the real deal even in that setting, which I thought was pretty wild.
Two things.
Yeah.
Calf was awesome. Second, there is no way Brandon Horn will ever let anything look bad.
Yeah, that's
that
true.
guy is going to make sure his stuff looks the part.
That's true.
Because of that right there. Hey, somebody might walk in that restaurant, see that picture on that wall. We got to make sure it's the part.
Yeah.